Councilman Lippman, did you wish to make another statement?
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. I didn't say to drop them. I said to drop the contract as it comes up now. There's nothing going on between now and fall. The Congress doesn't work in the month of August to start with. So there's not going to be any lobbying activities in the month of August. So I don't see the need at this point. The contract does expire, I believe, at the end of the month. The need to extend it for 3 months and then start to renegotiate, I don't see the purpose of that. As far as getting rid of them as an organization, no, I didn't say that whatsoever. They may very well be very valuable to us. But then again, we have to speculate as to what they do. I've looked at one report that I've been able to find since 2011 that they've turned into the city, and that's it. If there's others, I have not been privy to them. I know Mr. Baker is going to make a comment about that. And I have to go by what they themselves have turned in as lobbying reports. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. I'll go to Mr. Baker, then I'll come back to Mr. Rex. Go ahead, sir. Councilor Rex, and I apologize, sir.
Mayor, Council, just want to let you know, I did receive a copy of some of the emails that Mr. Furman has sent to the city. They're addressed to various parties. I did notice that Council was not included on these, but it did say that they are working on Congressman Horsford's Goldview bill that was introduced today. This was dated the 6th of June, so it is current. Addresses the boat ramp, needing to tighten up the language. He also goes on to discuss something about then jumping back to May 23rd, he discusses visitor center energy development / study plan for the Mesquite area, access to Lake Mead, off-road vehicle designation plan, access / protections for future water supplies. And he goes on and he talks about working with Sarah Moffett with Senator Reed's office. So if I could, and it goes on, he has several others, I don't want to bore you. But I agree with your point. I'm going to be the one who will be the point of contact for his contract. And I agree that we do need to tighten it up in the sense of reporting. A one-page agreement is not sufficient. There needs to be certain reporting standards and timeframes. Expectations need to be laid out much more clearly. Certainly, based on your direction this evening as well, we can do other things in that contract as well. But I realize that communication is probably an issue that needs to be addressed in the agreement. So,
Councilman Ramsey?
Yeah, I think that's good information, and what it indicates to me is that to sever a relationship sort of without notice can be dangerous. I mean, I didn't know that he was involved in this. Thank God he is. The Goldview's a big deal. The water issues, the power issues, they're all big deals. They have federal implications. So I'm not so big of a hurry to drop this thing today. I'm perfectly willing to go out 3 months. We've had them for 50 years, so 3 more months isn't going to kill us. I don't want to lose the momentum we have in any one particular direction that he's heading in at this point with the delegations and the staff and so forth. What I'd rather see is us do this judiciously and say, okay, 3 months. You guys, staff, get something together, tighten up this contract, make it more project specific with some fee certain caps in it, so we know what we're going to spend for what project, and then get a report on each one, whether it's through Link, whether it's through a PowerPoint that Aaron provides or something. I think there's a lot of things we need to do to help to fix this, but I don't know. I'm not so sure I'm excited about cutting them loose today.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Lippman, and I'll go to Councilman Hafen.
Now that I found out that they are working on something, which surprises me because it's been news to me, and I know it's news to Councilman Rapson down there, I would be more than willing to go along with that, providing that they are working on something. But again, the way this memorandum is written right now, it isn't worth the paper that it's printed on. It's absolutely worthless, and I would charge staff at putting together something that's worthwhile so that we don't find ourselves writing checks for $180,000 1 year with no report to go with it.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Hafen?
I concur with that. Things have been said. Link called yesterday, and Furman Group has done Mesquite. good. I mean, we have benefited greatly with some of the bills that they've been involved in. So I don't think we should, terminate the agreement. I would like to see us, I think it's going to be in August, where we can sit down, look him in the face, talk about our issues and concerns about the structure of the contract. We need to tie things down. He seemed fine with that, so I think that's the direction I would encourage each of us to take the time to sit down with him and really let him know our feelings so that we can button up a contract that is better for the city of Mesquite as well. So that would be my suggestion.
And I'll go ahead and concur with what's been said here today. I think we can't have lobbyists that we don't have constant, well, not constant, but at least some annual, semi-annual, quarterly updates that are telling us where we're at. And Councilman Lippman is absolutely right. We do need to tighten up the language on this memorandum, make it more of an official contract so that we have some protections as well as them. Contracts protect both parties, and I think that's important. And it needs to be said that the Furman Group has done a lot of good for the city of Mesquite. We've been in some contracts that haven't done us much good. Furman Group, they've done a lot for the city of Mesquite over the past, since 1994. I believe they've been working on land acts that, according to Mr. Baker, I had him come up with some numbers for me today that are pretty much the reason why we have 20,000 acres out there, not to mention the Lincoln County land. So they've done a lot for the city of Mesquite. When you're talking 20,000 acres, that's an asset. Value that at about $3,000 an acre. I don't know, I've got some real estate people here, but you're talking some pretty serious change in asset. Is that correct? That's higher than you can count. You can take your shoes off, Councilman, if you want. But I agree with what's been said. I think we need to be careful. Severing the relationship immediately wouldn't be prudent, and I think we need to move forward. Ms. Hunt, am I going to get in trouble for what I just said?
No.
Okay.
I just wanted to state that we just did a new contract with Mr. Hardy, and so we can use some of the things in there, parameters as far as reporting, costs, all of those things. So we can kind of merit on that. This
Okay.
memorandum is quite old and obviously outdated, so.
All right. Mr. Barton, and I'm going to go to Mr. Councilman Ramsden, so go ahead.
Mr. Mayor, just wanted to mention to you that Lane Prado from the Furman Group will be in town on August 27th, and if it's the pleasure of the council, he can report to the council at that time.
I believe it would be the pleasure of the council. Councilman Ramsden.
Once again, I'm ready to make a motion. Oh, $60 million, by the way.
Thank you. So if we don't have any further questions or comments, go ahead, Councilman Ramsden.
I'll move to approve the agreement and authorize the mayor to sign it for the 3-month extension and direct staff to begin contemplating a contract that's mutually agreeable that includes project-specific, possibility of project-specific fees, expense caps and limitations, and can't read my writing. Some formal reporting mechanism, as well as periodic communication that keeps us posted on what's going on.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Call for the vote. That motion carries. Thank you.